Ooh. And that is how we do it. Alright, this goes over here like this. This is what we use for power. Alright. And we plug in. And then that means that we can now there we go. Just like that. There. Okay. All right, I think we're ready. Okay, so we got everything set up and ready to go. This is the next negative that we're going to print here on Monday Night Laundry Darkroom Prints. It's another one from the series that we're printing from the roll that I recently finished. So this is a much newer set of images. This one I really like. We're going to start off with because this is fomapan and it's so high contrast as we discovered on the last negative, we're going to start off at f4, a grade 0 filter, okay, and 30 seconds exposure time. So that's what we're going to do. 30-second exposure, f4, grade 0. That should get us in the ballpark. Again, we're using Ilford multigrade RC Deluxe. It's the new multigrade version 5, 8.5 by 11 sheets. Alright, and we're going to get this in here. This should give us a reasonably good exposure, and if that's the case, there's a number of other negatives that I want to print on this roll, or a number of other images, I should say, that I want to print on this roll. So this will give us a good baseline. Here we go, 30 seconds exposure. So while this is exposing, I've switched up which camera and lens I'm using. I've switched over to my Canon R6 for shooting video with the RF to EF adapter and 10 to 18 millimeter, 10 to 18 millimeter EFS lens. So we get much wider. Right now I'm literally zoomed all the way in. Okay, let's go ahead and try this out. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. Let me pull this down here so it's a little easier to see. We're in the fix right now, and I really love the nice tonal gradation here. This is wonderful. So grade 0 is about right. I need to fix this here. A little bit of the frame, I believe, is poking out, so I'm going to need to fix that. But other than that, that's a lovely, lovely looking print. And I think I can print a fair number of the other ones using this same thing. Yeah, that's really, really fantastic. Okay, so there we go. All right, that's quite a bit better. So yeah, there we go. Looking good, looking good. Okay, so that is, I need to make a couple of prints of this. I think I may make one, the last one with a black border around the edges. I need to think about that for a second. But yeah, pretty happy with it. Okay. Okay, that is the one with the black border. This is the third print. So I've still got enough time. Let me check the time here real quick actually. So it's 11 p.m. so I've still got enough time to print one, maybe two more frames from this negative, or from this roll. So I'm going to pick out another one and then we will do that one. But yes, pretty happy with this. Got the time and the contrast basically dialed in, and it's looking pretty good. Okay, this is the next negative. It's two kids. I'm going to have a fair amount of difficulty printing this area right up in here because it's very, very, very dense compared to the rest of the negative. Yeah, so I mean, just looking at it, I can't really see the edge of the pillow that my son has on his head, so I think we probably don't have to do anything different than on the other ones, but we'll give it a try and see what comes of it. We're still going to be everything the same, 30 seconds, grade 0, etc., etc. So here we go. 30 seconds, F4, grade 0. As I was saying earlier, I've switched over from the Canon EOS RP to the Canon R6 in APS-C Super 35 crop mode with an EFS 10-18 lens on it, primarily because there's nothing wrong with the EOS RP, but the sensor in the R6 effectively is the same sensor as what's in the 1DX Mark III, and it allows significantly higher noise performance, and I can shoot in 4K, which makes the noise that much smaller again. So anyway, we're going to process this and then take a look at it. Oh, actually, I forgot to put the paper in. What an idiot. Okay, here I was blathering. So at any rate, the reason for switching is because it allows me to shoot in 4K, which will make any noise that is there that much finer grained, and I'll just, in general, get more detail. And it allows me to shoot with a deeper depth of field. So before I was just on the RP in full frame mode with the 35mm RF mount. With this one, which I basically shot at f1.8 all the time because the RP doesn't have particularly good noise performance. With this, I can shoot at f4, or I'm sorry, at f5.6, and right now I'm like at ISO 25,600. And when I'm shooting with the lights on, the room lights in here on, I'm at ISO 3200 and 30th of a second in f5.6. It's insane. I mean, I've looked at the footage of that, and it is incredibly detailed and very low noise. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to switch over. Everything else being the same, it's basically the same. Okay, here we go. Okay, there we are. So like I said, this area here, I mean, just looking at the negative, I really can't see a difference between where the top of that pillow ends and where there's a light behind one of my kids there. And so basically there's a really bright spot on the wall behind him, and so you can't really see can't see where the pillow ends and the room begins, but still, nonetheless, interesting print. I've got to make a couple of copies of this and then be good to go. And we're coming up on 11:45, so yeah, I gotta finish up and then call it a day. So that will be that for this edition of Laundry Darkroom Prints. As always, I will see all of you on the next episode. Hopefully I'll try to get back to where I'm doing this once a week. I've just been really super busy, and I just have not had a chance. So at any rate, see you on the next episode.